Hello guys, welcome to ChessTraps video. In this video, we will learn how to checkmate black with our king, knight and bishop. If you want to watch video about two bishops checkmate, then you can click here about in the I link and watch that video. So here we will focus about the knight and bishop endgame principle. So I have made a position in which I have kept black king in the center and our white king, bishop and knight in the corner. So from here we will progress to the center of the board where the white king is and push him further so he can be checkmated. So before starting the video, I want to tell you one thing, that we can only checkmate our black king when he is in one of the corner that is of the color of our bishop. So in this case we are having a dark colored bishop, so we will only be able to possible to checkmate the black when he is in the dark square, that is this one and this one. So from here let's start the video and we will learn how to checkmate it. So the first thing to do is that you have to bring your king as closer as possible to the black's king so that he can be checkmated. So let's start. First of all, his king is in the center, so we will try to bring our king closer to the black's king, that is now e2, and he will try to remain in the center. So he will try e5 and now again we will play d3 and as he comes here, now we will bring our bishop closer to the king. So bishop to e3 and after king moves to e5, now we will bring our knight also close. So knight to c3 and after this king cannot come to this square, so he will go back. So if it tries to go back, you have to again keep in mind that you have to now start creating a position, and this can be done when your king is in the center of the black's king. If he moves to e6, you will play e4 and now your king is creating a position, and after this when he goes back you have to again keep on going back, and when he tries to move sideways you have to bring your other pieces close to the king. So let's say if he goes here, we will again push our king, and if he tries to go here, we will bring our pieces close. So here we will play bishop to d4 and after this he again comes here and now we will bring our bishop at the top of the king. So after playing this, he cannot run this way because our king is protecting these two squares and this file is whole controlled by our bishop. So now we have started making him in a cage as he has to move back only. If he moves back, we will bring our king closer. So after d5, he will try to remain in the center. So d7 he will play, and after this we will again bring our bishop at the top of the king so that we can push him in the cage further. So after bishop to d6, now this is in a cage and black has only 4 squares to move. So he goes to d8 and now we know that he will try to go to the light square because our bishop is of the dark square and we want him to go to the dark square. So we will prevent him escaping through this route. So now we will bring our knight closer, and when he tries to go this way and this way, we will bring our king in the center and prevent him to run from this route. So now here let us bring our knight closer. After bringing our knight closer, he will try to run this way. So when he plays this, we will go and create an opposition. How? By bringing our king here, and now we have created a position. He cannot go here, he cannot run away here. So again, so we have started a route in which we will cage him down in the dark square. So he moves to d8 and now we'll bring our knight closer, and to prevent him to going to this square we will play knight to b6, and now we are covering this square, so he has to move this way because this is covered. So after this he is trying to run away from here, so we will now bring our king closer. We'll play d5 and after he plays f7, what we will do is play e5, and now if he goes here we have an option for there also, and now when he starts to run this way we'll play bishop to e7 and we will not let him run this way, so he will only be able to go this part. So bishop to e7 and now either he can come back to f7 or go there. So he tries to run away and we will get an opposition. Now he cannot run here because our bishop is covering this square, so he will come to h6, and after h6 we will bring our knight closer. So knight to d5, he again moves to h5. Now we will give him check, and if we give check by here then we will block this square and he can run away. So we will not block our bishop and we will give check from here, and now he has to move to h6. Now all our pieces are coordinating and we have covered this square. So now his next move is to come here. So what we will do is he will try to run from here to here and then again escape. So as we have covered this square, he cannot run this way. So we will try to create a position by our king. Now bringing our king in front of the black king. Now he cannot come to h5 because we are covering this square, and even he cannot come to any of these squares. So he will go to h7, and after going to h7 he is trying to escape here, but our bishop is covering this square, so he cannot go there. But now we have to cover this square. So how we will cover h6 square? By bringing our bishop to this square. Now this square is covered, so the king has left with only these two squares to move. And when he goes to g8 trying to attack our bishop, we will protect our bishop by our knight. So knight to e6 is protecting our bishop, and now he is left with these two squares. So if he comes here, we will create a position by our king again, so that he cannot run to this square. So after moving king to f7, now we have blocked these all squares, and this square is covered by our bishop. So he has only these two squares to run. And when he goes here, now you all know how we can checkmate it. So we have to cover this square and this square. If we first cover this square, then it will be a stalemate. So we have to not first bring our knight here to prevent this square, but instead give check with our bishop. So after bishop to g7 check, he has only one square left, and when he comes to h7, we can give checkmate to the black either by playing knight to f8 or g5, whatever you like. So this is how we can checkmate black by our knight and the bishop. So this was the case when he was trying to escape to the light square, but we forced him to the dark square. Now in the second part of the video, I will be going to tell you how to checkmate when he is already in the light color of corner and you have to bring him to the dark color.